Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is Didsbury Art Studio and I'm Sally. And in today's video, I'm going to be layering up two bits of fabric. So I've got some lace and a little buddy cat. I've also got some satin fabric. Really wanting to explore what I can do with the back of a brickwork smocking because that's a really nice pattern as well. So shall we get straight into the video? Okay then, so I'm using a piece of fabric here that is 31 inches by 23, and actually it's two bits of fabrics. The first one is this lacy one and the second one is once again that beautiful pink satin fabric. We're going to be doing this brickwork smocking design over here. I'm quite interested, again, I'm not too sure yet, but I'm quite interested in the back of it. We shall see. Both of them are good, but I think I'm going to use this 2-inch grid to begin with. So first of all, I'm going to need to turn this over. I'm putting the grid on the back. Do I want to do that? Because I was just thinking the other potential thing I could do is have this as the front, so the mat side facing up with the lace on top. That would be the brickwork on the top, and then the back of the fabric could be that shiny side there, which I'm also quite interested in. Okay, let's do it that way. This is what we got. So the brickwork smocking design, and as I said, I've used a 2-inch grid. That is the side, the brickwork that I'm going to have on the other side, and then this side will be the back of it, which I'm quite interested in as well over here. So I've used a friction pen just to transfer the design. Now what we need to do is just flip it over. Also want to be using this lace as well. I'm going to need to just lay that out, and then because it's laid up, I'm thinking that we need to do some tacking stitch to hold the two lengths of fabrics together, because once we start working, I don't want the fabrics to be moving around and sliding around. I want them to stay firmly in place. So we can put some pins in, but we're also going to do some tacking. The tacking stitch, if you don't already know, is just to hold the two bits of fabrics. It's a temporary stitch. I'm going to start from the center and work out so that all these ripples get flattened. So I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see this, but I've taken the tacking right from the center out to the corners, just on a runner stitch. Started from the middle, done a kind of cross all the way up there, down there, and into the corners. So I probably should have used a black there so I can unpick it later very easily, but I've gone with white. There we go. And then the sewing side of things is going to be done on the other side. So I'll show you how to begin the brickwork smocking. Okay then, just to say that I'm going to start at the bottom down here, and you start in the center with this arrow, work my way down and up and continue. I'll show you in a second. But my plan is to have a little explore with perhaps not filling absolutely every arrow. I want to just mix it up a little bit and see what the design might look like, the brickwork design on the other side, what it might look like if you miss out sewing a couple of these patterns. So we're going to start just here in the center, and I might actually do the whole of this row. So I'm going to go down and just a small stitch at the bottom there, and then I'm going to draw in those two bits of fabrics, pop a little stitch through there, just going to tie a knot, and then just making sure I've got both those bits of fabrics as well. And then I'm also going to dive up to the top with this diagonal, small stitch, and we're going to draw the fabric in. I'm just going to put a stitch through there to hold everything together with a knot and another knot, and then we're going to head vertically straight up. When we head straight up, we just want that thread to lay flat, so I'm just going to put another little stitch in there, and then I'm going to head down this diagonal. So once again, on the diagonals, we want the fabric to draw in, secure with a knot, and I'm also going to do that on this diagonal here. Draw the fabric in. There we go. And then we're going to head straight up. What do we do on the straights? Well, on the straight we want the thread to not gather in, so we're just going to pop another stitch in there to hold it down, and then we carry on. So down here. Now this is so pretty. I'm just looking at it for the actual brickwork smocking on this side. Look at that combo with the lace and the pink fabric. What do we do? Do we want to just leave, like I quite like just leaving some of the fabric left undone there. What would that do if, hang on. I mean, missing out that one, that column, and going to the next. Shall we try that? Let's do that. So we're going to start down here on this one and not do any of that column. Okay, so that's the back at the minute, and then that is what the front is looking like with these little panels in between. A little bit different, isn't it? I like it though. I still want to mix this up a little bit, so in terms of, I think I'll do a direct column down side by side to this one, but I might skip the odd arrow and see what effect that might have. I'm now on my third sewing column. These two are sitting side by side to one another. I've sewn the first arrow, I've sewn the second arrow, but I might skip the next one and then sew the last one. Just trying different things out. How's it looking so far? Different. That's Layla, by the way, over there. So on this column here, I've done the first arrow, I've done the second one, I've done the third one, and then I've left the top one undone. And then I think for this last column, just because I want a bit of a variation, this last column I might do this top one this one here and then leave these two left undone, so that I've tried a few different things out on the back. Okay, so as I said, I was leaving a couple left undone, so you can see some there, these two down here, and this whole row down the middle there. So that's on the back, massively shrunk, hasn't it? Big time. Interesting. I like it on that side as well. So let's have a look at this side again. Do we want another stitch? Sorry everyone, keep flipping it over. Do we want another arrow done in the middle of here? That's quite blocky. Or is it just difference between this side? It's sporadic, isn't it? Obviously it's not all even, it's not meant to be, because I've skipped a few of the arrows. I think what we'll do is I'll just steam off the pen and have a look at this side, because that's the side that I was first of all interested in. Seems a shame not to be able to see that side as well. Steamed it off, all the pen, and I'm just going to pull all the tacking out. So this is it all finished. That's it on the start of a brickwork smocking, but obviously I've altered it. I've missed out areas so that they're flat, or just changed shapes, just a little bit distorted. So that's that side. And then the side that I was, or still am, interested in is this one. So again, you can see where I've left areas undone. I'm just wondering whether if I cut through some of these, then obviously I'd be able to see a little bit of lace, or I could present this with some of the other side showing, perhaps. Anyway, there we go, finitoed. Yeah, I was just having a look at, it's not necessarily for the mannequin for the silhouette, but I was just trying to see what the drape looked like, just the fabric hanging down, so that you can see some of it from the inside and the out. I was just having a look at how the combination of the one that I did in the last video with this one. So I hope you enjoyed this video today, and if you did, don't forget to give the video a like. I've got so many more tutorials like this. Just check out the Smocking playlist where you'll find all the rest of them. Alright then, see you in the very next video.